I'm Catherine and I'm so excited to have you join me here today because I'm going to make one of America's all-time favorite meals, the burger. Now I have a little twist on that for you today. I'm going to make inside out Philly burger sliders. Now I'm not sure if you know what a slider is, but sliders are 3 individual smaller burgers instead of 1 large one. They're very popular here in California. They're pretty much in every restaurant you go into. So today I'm going to make mine with that wonderful Philadelphia chive and onion cream cheese spread. Now this is going to be in that filling of our burger and it's going to make it taste fabulous. So I started with 8 ounces of this, and then I mixed in a cup of onions and mushrooms that I sauteed in some butter with a little salt and pepper, and then I'm just mixing it all up here. Now I have to tell you, I almost didn't make this today because after I went to the grocery store, bought all this ingredients, got home, turned the TV on, unloading the groceries, and on comes Paula Deen, and her show is all about how to make hamburgers. And of course, one of the first hamburgers she's making is a burger that's stuffed with cheese. And I thought, uh-oh, should I do the same thing? But then I thought, you know, Paula's was different. Hers had blue cheese with some butter, and I'm using the wonderful Philadelphia cream cheese. I know Paula's gonna love it, so why not? So I decided to go ahead and do it. So one of the tips I did get from Paula was that she put hers in some plastic wrap, her spread, which was a great idea because she chilled it and it made it so much easier to put it on the inside of your burgers. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just gonna stick it in the plastic wrap and I'm just gonna roll it up right like that. And I'm just gonna go ahead and stick it in the freezer. Now I have one that I already did, and I put it in the freezer so it chill a little faster than just putting it in the fridge. So I'm gonna grab that one. Here we go. And unwrap it here. That really did freeze together nicely. There we go. And we're gonna put our burgers together. Now we're just gonna take a small amount of meat. And this is the size of our burgers. Remember I told you they're sliders, so they're gonna be little. And I just purchased these wheat buns from the grocery store, toasted them up a little bit because that little butter on there is just gonna give it a nice little crunchy flavor, so I like that. And we want our burgers just to be the size of our bun, just about like that, so not too big. Now today I'm going to be frying these for you in a frying pan. I'm not gonna be grilling. The reason I'm not going to be grilling is because I happen to be really bad at grilling. I don't know why, but I just cannot grill. I can't get that heat temperature right. And funny story about that is that when I first started dating my boyfriend, he invited me over for dinner and he was going to impress me with grilling all his dinner because he happens to be very good at grilling, bad at cooking. I'm good at cooking, bad at grilling, so we're actually kind of a nice partner there. So anyway, he invites me over for this dinner, puts everything on the grill, some steaks and some asparagus, and he gets a phone call. It's, you know, a business call. And he says, you know, I've got to take this call. Do you mind watching the grill for me while I take this call? And of course, you know, I'm trying to impress him and I'm like, okay, yeah, I can do this. And so he goes on his phone call. I'm watching the steaks and the asparagus and I'm thinking I'm doing a great job. I put it on the plate. And I noticed this asparagus looks a little bit burnt, but I thought, well, maybe it's not too bad. He comes down from the phone call. We sit there and we try to eat our dinner. And basically, the steak is horrible. It tastes like shoe leather. The asparagus just has this horrible burnt flavor to it. I'm just sitting there so embarrassed because I was, of course, trying to impress him, and I obviously was not impressing him. But thank goodness he was a very, very nice guy. We're still together, and he took me out to a nice Chinese meal, and we kind of laugh about that still today. And he says, okay, I know, you don't grill and I don't cook. That's our deal. So anyway, that was my little story about grilling. So what I did here was I just took some of the cream cheese mixture here that I had, put it on the inside of our burger, and now we're just putting it together. All right, we're just gonna finish up sealing this all up nice and well so the cheese doesn't ooze out while it's cooking. And then I'm going to put a little bit of salt, pepper, and garlic powder that I mixed together just on top. You don't need too much because most of that seasoning is really on the inside, all that flavor in there. Okay, so let's take them over to the pan, and I'm going to put them in a pan that's got about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And it's got medium heat, should be nice and warm here, ready to go. Yeah, hear that sizzling? They're really cooking now. And I'm doing my 3 burgers here for my sliders. Now, really important thing to tell you. I know it's tempting, but don't mess with your burgers. Once you set them down, let them stay there. They're gonna cook about 3 or 4 minutes on each side because if you start messing with them, You're gonna have them break apart, maybe that cheese will come out, and then also you want that nice little crust caramelized flavor to get on the outside of those burgers. All right, now one more step we're gonna do, and we're gonna make a coleslaw to go on top. And I'm using just an 8-ounce package of coleslaw from the store, 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, 1/4 cup of white wine vinegar, and then I have mixed together here 1 teaspoon of dry mustard, 1 teaspoon of celery salt, and 1 teaspoon of salt. And then I have 1/3 cup sugar. And I'm just gonna blend all that together. Grab my mixer here. Now I think this coleslaw is gonna be an amazing topping to our sliders because you're gonna have a great contrast of flavors. We're gonna have crunchy, zesty from the coleslaw versus that wonderful, rich, silky, smooth, creamy Philadelphia cream cheese center in our sliders. The combination of these two flavors are gonna be outstanding. I can't wait to put them together. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get our burgers out of the pan. I think they're just about done, and we'll go ahead and get this all plated up. I'm outside here on a beautiful California evening, and I've got in front of me now my whole meal of that pure classic all-American burger sliders, some wonderful French fries, and to top it off, I have a strawberry Philly cheesecake shake. Now I just came up with this recipe and I'm just thrilled with it. It is so good. I will definitely be sharing this with you either next week for my desserts, or I'll make sure you get it one way or another because you don't want to miss out on this wonderful Philly cheesecake shake, and I use their strawberries in there. Wonderful. So now I have my burgers here in front of me. Can't wait to try them. I think you should try these maybe for a family game night. It would be lots of fun. So let's dig in because they're looking pretty good. That is amazing. I'm so sorry, but talking with my mouth full, but when you bite into that, you get that rich, creamy cheese just flowing out in your mouth, just bursting with flavor. That onion chive flavor from the Philadelphia cream cheese is just oozing with flavor. And that nice crispy taste of that wonderful coleslaw on top. The flavors are just fantastic. Also, don't forget to toast your buns because it makes it nice and crispy and it gives that little extra flavor. Hope you enjoy these, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me.